Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video I am so excited to kick off the Christmas 2025 season. We are going to be heading out to Hobby Lobby and checking out what new items they have out, some old comebacks as well. Little Miss is equally as excited. Her birthday's the day after Christmas, so she is going to be raised as a Christmas loving girl. That hands down is going to happen. But I'm excited to share with you guys. I will put in some store clips and then I will also share what it is I picked up from them. So let's head out to Hobby Lobby. So heading into Hobby Lobby, we are going to start off in the Christmas florals section. There really was not much out at this location. The other location I went to had absolutely nothing, but I was impressed with the wide selection of red berry stems that they have this year. If you prefer a more simplistic one, an iced look, you want a full cluster, they have a ton of different options available for you. And these are great for singular arrangements, layering in with some evergreens. You can also use them in your tree or layering in a garland to create some fullness and visual interest. There were also quite a few different evergreen options. There's this blocked one if that is a style you like to go for. Also this cypress with a gold tip if you want a little metallic pop in the mix. I did really like these pine needle and pine cone ones and actually ended up picking up a couple of these to layer into a garland, or you could easily use them to DIY your own wreath. This stem is one that they came out with last year. That is the fuller size version of a pick that they previously had. I love the coloring on them, and again, the pine cone detail adds so much to any arrangement. So that was about what they had as far as Christmas stems. They also had a bunch of Christmas bushes available. These ones, I do actually really like the texture, but I would pop off the ends of them. I think it gives it a cheap look and would look so much nicer without that little piece. Now we are heading over to the trees and ornaments. They have a bunch of different options ranging from smaller 3 or 4 foot to full-size ones depending on your needs, both green and blocked. Then they also have the loose ornaments here in the mix. These little Santa with the silly legs and snowmen were super cute and give a little nod to the vintage ones, as does this reindeer. I've always spotted some Western themed ornaments or animals over the years as well, but they really leaned into it this year. This cowboy gingerbread man was so incredibly adorable. The frame ornaments are a really great option if you're looking to personalize, add some family photos or ones of your kiddos. You could always have a little picture for them to decorate and add into the mix as well. I did pick up a bunch of these birthday balloon ornaments for my daughter's birthday, who is the day after Christmas, and was also accompanying me and was very intrigued with the trees and everything else going on. But I always love perusing through and just seeing what new items they have out, repeats, and then now we're getting into the theme sections. This Candyland sugared treats would be such a fun tree for a kid's room, or if you're doing like a themed party for the holidays as well. They have so much to choose from. They also had an almost entire aisle of gingerbread themed decor, ornaments, little picks and whatnot. After my own heart, I absolutely loved it. I will say though, I am not a fan of glitter, and so much of this had glitter on it, so I did not grab any of this because I just can't get past it. So leave me a comment down below if you are like that too.
even if I absolutely love something, if there's glitter involved, it's a hard pass for me. I will say, if you don't mind the glitter, these gingerbread snowflake ornaments were absolutely adorable and would totally pick those up if there was not glitter. I saw a lot of the same tree collars that I did in years past. I love this wooden one. It reminds me of something you would see at Crate and Barrel. And the Merry Christmas and Snowflake ones are new, and I thought they were actually very nice looking. This aisle was more of the woodland, flocked animals type of theme. There was still so much up above on the shelves as well. This is where you will normally find the flocked ornaments that went viral over the past couple of years. Back in July when I was looking at Christmas, they did have those available, but now come October, even though people's Christmas trees are not up, I'm not seeing any of those ornaments. So that is just continued proof. I've said year after year, if you don't shop early, you are not going to get your hands on some of the best things. The flocked ornaments, I saw some at a different store. They also came out with these different packs with the green, red, and black. And they had a flocked pine cone. I also saw some deer back in June or July as well. I did see a few new items in this aisle that had various deer and trees. These metal twig-like deer are a Look for Less version from the Pottery Barn ones. Walmart has also created their own version. These don't look identical, but are a great budget-friendly alternative. These little ponies would be such a great addition to a toddler's playroom or something, even outside of the Christmas season. I was surprised to still see as much Garland available as they did when I finally made the trip filming this. They have their own Norfolk version. They have the viral cypress one that everyone goes crazy over. And then this pine and pinecone one, the pine needle one if you want a more realistic whimsy type of look. But I was surprised that there was so much, because normally when it drops to 50% off, it flies off the shelves. So as I'm walking through the aisles and seeing how they have things staged out in themes, I would love to hear what you guys are planning for this holiday season. I'm still looking to go in a direction that's very similar to what I did last year, leaning into the deeper burgundies and such. I am going to have to adjust how I decorated my tree a lot because 80% of my ornaments were glass. So I'm still trying to figure that out, but leave me a comment down below and let me know what theme or direction you are planning on going in for your decorating this year. Hobby Lobby always has a really great selection of bells each Christmas season. These smaller ones are great for layering with stockings or a smaller wreath. And I really loved these new Robert Stanley ornaments that they came out with. The dark green is the most beautiful color. They had white, red, a pink version, gold, all sorts of different options available for you. But they are glass, so just keep that in mind. If you've got littles, you might need to steer away from it. These mini trees are great for adding underneath kitchen cabinets. The white trees remind me of something I would see from Crate and Barrel or Pottery Barn, but obviously at a fraction of the price. And if you can't get your hands on the Luminara tree candle, Hobby Lobby has a really great look for less option. I always love picking up ribbon from them as well because they are super budget friendly, and mixing in the different ones, layering them, I think elevates your gift wrap so very much without breaking the bank. Another piece that is really timeless is this wooden stained nutcracker. I DIY'd my own a couple years ago in a darker finish, and I love to utilize them each season. Hobby Lobby also came out with their own look for less version of the gingerbread Christmas tree. So if you are looking to grab one of these are sure to move fast. They also have a house and they have various plates, cups, mugs. I was only able to see some of it because both stores I went to, only one had some of the kitchen out. The other had absolutely nothing. I have seen some people having items taken from the tops of shelves so they can purchase it before they're out. So if you have your eye on it, that might need to be your path to getting your hands on it. I personally own these Jingle Bell napkin ring holders and absolutely love them. They're such a fun, festive touch for the season, and they brought out these red bow ones that are darling.
All right, so now we are back, friends, and I had to go to a couple stores a few different times to get the footage that I had. One store had absolutely no florals and no kitchen items. One had a couple scattered here or there. They just started bringing the florals out. I have thought this for quite some time, and sometimes I say it. I wish that Hobby Lobby would put fall 50% off before Christmas. We gotta move things along. I'm not saying I needed the entire store to be Christmas, but it is tough when everyone is asking for items on the top of the shelves that are selling out before they even make it down. And you're making the people have to go up and down and move things around that much more often, and it's just not really efficient workplace practice. My personal opinion. Just saying. And if you guys aren't following me over on Instagram, that's where I share more real-time stuff. And I had gone and looked at Hobby Lobby's Christmas back in July, and I actually bought some things there too. But what is it? I'm already remembering that I forgot to grab something to share with you guys that I picked up. But if you're not following me there, I had posted on some stories some items that I thought were going to go really quickly. And when I went back to actually film this footage, those items were not there. That's how quick things move around. If you see something, get it now, decorate later. My home is not getting decorated for Christmas until November 1st. That's just a hard stop that I do. I want to have Halloween. I want to have my pumpkins out October 31st. Come November 1st, I'm dropping my son off at school, if it's a school day, and I am pulling all the pumpkins down and breaking out that Christmas tree. That is what happens each and every year. But I was very surprised to see that not a lot of the stems came back. So there's one stem in particular that I did not see in a store or on the website because I checked after I went. I was a little perplexed by it. It is this gorgeous red berry stem that has a little bit of a gold hue that I have used for a few years now, and I even chopped some up to put in my garland last year. Absolutely love it. They didn't bring it back. I am so sad about it. I'm so glad that I have as many as I have. But it's a bummer because if you are just getting into decorating, or you got some last year and didn't get as many as you wanted, or maybe you moved and want some more, you can't get your hands on it now. And that is definitely a bummer. They did bring out a couple of new ones as I shared in the store footage, but I am getting so incredibly rambly. You guys know that happens sometimes. So one of the stems that I picked up that is new is this pine one with the pine cones on it. I love integrating pine cones in my decorating, and this is not one that I think I'm going to use for a floral arrangement because it has that like really fake stem on it. It's not real in the slightest looking. So this retails for $12.99, but Christmas is 50% off, like I mentioned. I picked up 5 of these because I'm planning on layering them in my garland on my mantle. I did a similar look actually in our last rental home with the pick version. It's very small, and it's only like the pine part. It's not the pine cones. I layered it like that, and it gave it that much more of a realistic look. I think taking the time, UPS is here, what's new? Taking the time to layer stems for your garlands, for your arrangements, gives it an elevated look, even using budget-friendly stems. So these were great. I definitely think that these are going to move quick. This part is very lime green. You can spray paint it. I feel like if it is all in the mix and further back, it doesn't look that bright. So I feel like it's not going to be a big deal. So that is the first thing I picked up. The next things that I picked up, I was contemplating not grabbing them, and then I actually thought of it, and I have the Pottery Barn, my hair is like doing all sorts of things. I have the Pottery Barn twig reindeer, and I love them. A lot of people aren't into that. That's totally okay. But I found these cutie little boys at Hobby Lobby, and the small one is $7.99 and the large is $10.99. I love my Pottery Barn ones, but because I have these built-ins now and there is a lot of room on them, I also play favorites. So if I want the Pottery Barn ones showcased on my entry table, I don't have something for the shelves. And I don't necessarily want to be buying duplicates of the Pottery Barn ones because that gets really pricey. So I thought these were great. There's also the Walmart version as well. I know they've sold out already. Last year they sold out a few times, restocked a few times. I think they'll come back. I do have both the small, the two sizes that Walmart came out with. I broke the taller one though. I was trying to move his antler and I snapped it off. So we'll see if he actually gets used or not. But these are cutie boys, really budget friendly if you are looking to get a similar type of style and you can't get your hands on the Walmart ones. Now, I know I'm not the only person that is going for this Ralph Lauren inspired Christmas. I actually am so into this. I've been seeing a lot of inspiration popping up on TikTok and Instagram, and I found this tree skirt. It's not for a large tree though. It is for a smaller one, and it's such a beautiful plaid. This was $15.99. Is a 30-inch size. So it's not gigantic, but I have quite a few trees that are on the smaller side, and this would be perfect for it because I like to scatter mine all throughout my house. So I put the main one in between my windows. So I'm sitting in front of my built-ins right now, and the windows are to my left. I'm flipped around on the forward-facing camera. But my tree actually is going to go in between my windows. Because we built these, there's nowhere else for it to go down here. So it's going to go over here. The chair is going to kind of get closer to the fireplace to fit it. So that's where my main tree goes. Then I also put one in our bedroom. I put one next to the secretary desk. There's one in my son's room. There will absolutely be one in my daughter's room. And then there's normally a straggler somewhere else that I can fit it. So we'll see where that ends up. But I love a good classic look, and it's that darker red color, which I really appreciate. It's not burgundy, but it's a darker red. So this is great. I'm kind of hoping to find something along these lines to layer. I love the look of layering a tree skirt and a collar. It's all personal preference for which way you want to go, or if you do both like me. But I hope to find something like this for a full-size tree. I think that would be really great. I have a few really beautiful tree collars, but I like to have something else layered with it as well. But I found this, and then I also found this gift box. It was $3.99. Gift boxes are amazing because you can reuse them. I love intricate wrapping. Yeah. Yay. I know. It's so exciting. I love wrapping gifts. I have so much fun doing it, layering my ribbons and everything. I love giving gifts, and I love the intentional decorating of gifts too. And my husband always jokes every Christmas that we need to also have scissors out because I make it difficult to open things. I don't mind. I don't. I love the look. I don't care. But this is great for like clothing items that are a little, that aren't so thick. And you can reuse it every year, which is great. So you're minimizing waste. But again, that beautiful plaid, I am so here for it. Now, I only have a couple more things to share because I already have so much Christmas stuff from Hobby Lobby. So I'm not actually going to pull things out from the bins that I already have because it would actually take me quite some time to do that, one, and two, share it because I have a lot. So if you are curious, you can check out my Hobby Lobby Christmas 2024, 3, 2, I have plenty to choose from for you. So you can check those out, but they always have really great ribbon as well that's super affordable. This was $9.99 and it's 2.5 inches thick. It's this beautiful dark brown color. It matches my nails actually. Love that. I have some dark brown ribbon already from last year that I'm going to reuse. I always save my ribbon. I don't throw it away unless it's like a little teeny tiny thing. But this was actually the only one I grabbed because I already have so much from previous years. And I love to mix velvet and satin ribbon and layer them with each other. I think it is such a beautiful look. You can also play with color that way too. So you can do a thicker satin in a dark brown with a thinner velvet in a burgundy. I've done that. I've also done for winter decorating, brown and a light blue color. So beautiful. So they have a ton of really great ribbon options if you are looking to add some. And then something I actually already have, but you can kind of never get enough of, are their bells. They by far have the most affordable ones. These I have previously used on a wreath on our kitchen cabinet above our stove. But I wanted to grab a couple more so that way if I wanted to put it with our stockings or sometimes on my staircase garland, I'd like to have a little cluster of bells and change it up every once in a while. But these are $5.99 full price, and yeah, and are great for the season. All right, I had to quickly run off and grab what it was I previously had picked up. So I did get these super early because I knew it was one of those things. Hobby Lobby only gets so much of each item and they don't restock it. So whatever you see out, that's what they have. And I was not willing to risk not being able to get my hands on these. So like I mentioned, my daughter's birthday is the day after Christmas. So I want to make it special knowing that the tree is going to be up. And I shared these on Instagram. They are balloon ornaments. They are glass. I wish that I could find some in plastic, but I just could not find ones as good as this. So they come in a bunch of different colors. I think there were 5 if I'm remembering correctly. So my plan is Christmas night to take off the Christmas ornaments and decorate it for her birthday. So we will have the balloon ornaments up every year, and then whatever it is she's into, hopefully ponies, Paw Patrol. I don't know what girls play with. I have a son and a daughter now, but I'm used to monster trucks and excavators and like that kind of stuff. So this is a little out of my wheelhouse. We will figure it out. I was a tomboy myself though and played with Hot Wheels and dinosaurs. So it would be really cool if she was into that too. We'll see. But I was so excited about this. I picked up, I think 3 of each color of these. So I'm super happy. I know there's a bunch of you that also have children or yourselves with birthdays right around Christmas. So this is a super fun idea if you are looking for something to do special for them. And then something, sorry for the crackling. I don't want to break that. This is also something I picked up super early. I grabbed these wooden bells. This is new this year. They retailed $10.99. I have a bunch from last year's version that I picked up in like July or something, and I actually used them on my Christmas tree and loved it. So because I had so many of those, I only grabbed 3 of these so I can do a little cluster on the stairs maybe. But they're like this carved wooden one, and they're a beautiful darker wood tone. Love these. These were one of the items that I found over the summer, and then when I went back to film, could not find at one store. I think I found some in another one. I can't remember because some of my footage is from like a month ago. So I try to do what I can for you guys and plan ahead, but sometimes the stores just don't always cooperate. So we'll see. But these are a really great find in case you are looking for them. Or looking to add something like that into the mix. And then the very last item I picked up is kind of a maybe item. I might keep it, I might not. Quick glance, I thought this was very cute, and I still do think it's very cute. This retailed $16.99, so it's this metal bow with these bells. My feeling was I could put it on my front door in a wreath. I thought that would be a really cute moment. But it has this like very like textured look. I don't mind that on the bow, but it has it on the bells too. And I'm not 100% a fan of that, given I think I've also been spoiled by like finding all of these beautiful true brass Are you done? Maybe. Oh no, we're not. I've been spoiled by finding true vintage brass bells and 100% prefer the look of those. So this is a we'll see, might get returned. I'm just being transparent with you guys. But it is very cute. I do have a huge, oh, the glitter comes off. That might make this return happen faster. I'm not a glitter fan. I have a very large metal bow that I found at TJ Maxx last year that I think I'm going to put in between my windows on my siding. I think that would be cute for the season. So we'll see. But that is actually going to... I tried. That is going to wrap up today's video, friends. I sure hope you enjoyed taking a look at Hobby Lobby's Christmas 2025 lineup with me. If there's anything that I did not share in today's video that you have picked up, because I've seen a lot of people share like the Norfolk stems and everything. The cedar garland is beautiful. I just have too many. That is the only reason I don't have that. I have probably... because I grabbed 2 new ones last year. I want to say I have like 15 strands of garland in my garage. Different varieties, okay? Different varieties. I have a lot of the Norfolk ones from Kirkland's though. And I love those. They are an amazing base. And then I can layer in the stems like those pine ones and everything. But if there's anything you guys picked up that you love, leave it down in the comments. Let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me here today. Next video might be a Christmas shop with me, might not. I don't really know. And then very quickly, I'm going to have my updated fall home tour because I'm also going to be redecorating just a couple spaces for Halloween. I like to do an elevated Halloween look. Some of you are not into that. That is totally okay. But I like to have fun with it. I don't go crazy with it, but it's just so fun. And I have so many of those jack-o'-lanterns and I need to see them on these shelves. But thank you guys for hanging out with me here today, friends. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.